Welcome to the newest installment of the Untitled Film Nerd Project. My name is Philip, and joining me as always is Teacher.
Hello.
And for this episode, we watched Truth or Dare. Blumhouse's Truth or Dare. The 2018 version, to be more precise. Before we get into it, spoiler warning now! If you want to avoid spoilers, skip ahead to the time code you see on the screen. So, let's get right into cast and crew rundown. This was directed by Jeff Wadlow, who's also ironically done another teenage slasher movie that centered around a church called Cry Wolf.
Oh.
Yup. He did Kick-Ass 2, and then some shitty Kevin James movie that I don't care about.
Cry Wolf was by far the superior movie, by the way.
Olivia was Lucy Hale, who is probably known to most people from being, I think, Aria in Pretty Little Liars. I've never seen it, so I don't know if it's Aria. She was also in Scream 4. Lucas, the boyfriend, was Tyler Posey, who you probably knew right away.
Yeah.
He is from Teen Wolf. I assume he is Teen Wolf.
Yes.
He was also in Yoga Hosers, which I don't remember him from, and Scary Movie 5. Then we had Marky, the best friend. That was played by Violet Bean. She is in The Flash, apparently. She must have showed up after I kind of lost track of watching it. And then adorable Asian guy, Brad, was played by Hayden Zato, and he has been in Edge of 17, and coming up, he has What We Do in the Shadows, the TV series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Penelope was Sophia Ali, and she's been in a ton of random TV and movies that I have not seen. Then we had Tyson. He was the douche doctor guy, played by Nolan Gerard Funk, which sounds like the most awesome name for like a band. We are Nolan Gerard Funk. And he's been in lots and lots of TV, including Glee, and is apparently the male celebrity face of Versace, or Versace. Call back to Showgirls. Carter, aka Sam, was Landon LeBorin. I'm messing that up, and I'm sorry. And this is the one that I wrote you that I was mad that I didn't recognize somebody, but I knew who it was. That's him. The whole entire movie, I'm like, I fucking know who you are. Where do I know you from? It's fucking Hemlock Grove.
Oh, I still haven't seen that.
If you've seen that, like, the audience, feel free to reach through the screen and slap me. One of the two main characters from the fucking show. Like, I knew him. But he was, like, less scruffy and had shorter hair, which looked way better on him. But, yeah, he's Hemlock Grove and in a thing called Frontier. And then we had the douche doctor earlier. We have the douche, Ronnie. He was Sam Lerner. And he did a voice in Monster House and is in a show called The Goldbergs.
Oh, okay.
And unless you have someone else, that is cast and crew rundown.
No, I believe that pretty much covers everyone.
All right. Well, then let's get into our initial thoughts. I'm going to let you go first because you saw this in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the unrated version came out, I think you checked that out as well.
Yep.
So you've had more time with this than I have, so I'm interested to hear what you think about it.
So, at first glance, I want to say that I hated this movie.
Wow, okay.
However, I actually really didn't. Like,
okay.
At the end of the day, it entertained me. I want to say that at first glance, it would come across as very predictable, which at parts, yes, but at the same time, it very much surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that surprised me the most was just how mean-spirited the movie was.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I applaud it for that. So yeah, at the end of the day, I kind of like it.
Okay, so initially, out of 1 through 10, what would you have given it?
Probably like a 3.
Okay.
Now I would give it like a 4 or a 5.
Okay, right on. I didn't hate it nearly as much as you.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like, who's the guy that wrote like Scream and shit? Like, wasn't that John Williamson or something?
Kevin Williamson.
Thank you. This felt like a Kevin Williamson movie, but in modern times.
Mm-hmm.
It very much kind of felt like a mixture of Scream meets Final Destination.
I can see that.
And I liked the mean-spiritedness of it, as you pointed out, because it felt like the movie was almost like a morality play, and kind of like a truth serum, because the truths weren't actually bad. They were just like the little lies and stuff that people keep from each other.
And if anything, I mean, it was truths that were truly holding them back.
Yeah. The dare parts, on the other hand, were okay. It's like, okay, Calyx, chill out. Like, come on, dude. So, overall, yeah, I didn't mind it. It was about an hour and 40 minutes, and it did some stuff really cool. It did some stuff not so cool. I actually, because this is a Blumhouse movie, obviously, because Blumhouse's Truth or Dare. Now, I don't know if he put Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, if he put his last name in front of it, because he's trying to distinguish it from the other Truth or Dare. Well, the other couple Truth or Dares. Or if he's just jumping the shark on himself and was like, I'm now going to attach my name to movies.
I think the reason why, because, even though this movie released this year, it was technically finished in production and everything last year.
Oh, okay.
And there was a Sci-Fi Channel horror movie, also called Truth or Dare.
Oh, okay.
That came out last year.
Right. Okay. For a while, I kept what I call the Blumhouse unnecessary jump scare count. Because the dude's movies are the kings of that. Kings and queens of jump scares. And, yeah, there was like 5 or 6 that I counted. So if you're like me and don't like jump scares, especially unnecessary ones, like, oh, someone just walked into the front shot. Like, it's just, then there you go. All right, so let's get into our breakdowns. What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene is probably going to be the very end.
Okay.
With just, it was a good move that she made. And it plays back to the Truth or Dare that they were playing at the very beginning, with her question of if aliens came and...
Oh, yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
If you had to choose between us or the world, who would you choose? And I choose the world. Well, it wasn't aliens.
Good call. I didn't think of that. Yeah, you're right. There's quite a few decent scenes. I'm going to mimic yours, though. I wasn't sure how they're going to end it. And then when the YouTube video was on, and she's like, I hate to say this, but Truth or Dare. And I was like, oh. And she essentially just like brought about the apocalypse. Yeah. Like the human race is going to die now.
Calyx is going to be busy.
Yeah, he's going to be one busy fucking demon. So, yeah, that was also my favorite scene. There was other honorable mentions in there, but it was a really fucking smart ending. Like, that ending saved the entire movie. It wasn't bad up until then for me, but it just really put a cork on what was a decent movie to me. Yeah. It was a fluff movie, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But
popcorn.
Yeah, but it was still entertaining fluff. And very, very gimmicky, kind of like the Happy Death Day.
Yeah, and...
Which I also enjoyed, so...
With the use of the Snapchat filter thing.
Right. I don't like Snapchat, so I don't use that.
No.
A couple other honorable mentions for favorite scene. I like the scene where Penelope had to walk the edge and drink at the same time. I thought that's probably my favorite dare. I won't say that because that's my holy shit moment. Is it my holy shit moment? Yeah, it's my holy shit moment. So I will save the other one for my holy shit moment, though.
Okay.
So, speaking of, what was your holy shit moment?
So, this one's going to be combined with LOL moment.
Okay.
But it's just the overall fact that... Which was the girl on the roof?
Penelope.
They went through so much trouble to keep her alive.
Yeah.
And then next scene, she gets shot and nobody fucking reacts.
Also, yeah, I'm going to address that during mediocre moment.
I mean, at that point, like, I remember being in the theater and just laughing. I was like, what the hell?
You got a bet out. You drove a car through some rails. Some rail
So,
gating.
so it definitely fits both because I was laughing, but I was also shocked that
Right.
no one gave a fuck.
My holy shit moment was when Brad got shot.
Oh yeah, good one.
I didn't know how this was going to play because he's just asking his dad to beg.
Mm-hmm.
They beg for forgiveness. And the dad, oh my, that was such a powerful scene to me.
Yeah.
And it's up there. That's why it was another one. I couldn't mention it for favorite scene because it's my holy shit moment, but it's really up there for favorite scene as well. Probably number 2 because it was just so powerful. And being gay, you can just empathize.
Oh yeah.
Like the dad is just like, I love you, I don't care, and the son's like, I'm sorry, this is not what this looks like. Just beg, and then bang, and I went out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, oh no, because I don't want Brad to die because I thought he was fucking gorgeous, and I was like, we had a bit of eye candy here and there, but he was just like super hot, and I was like, no, damn it, no, I have to look at is the other guy, Tyler, Lucas. Oops. So that was my holy shit moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. What is your mediocre moment?
My mediocre moment, it's very small.
Okay.
But it was, and again, I know this is going to sound weird because it's so small, but the douche doctor's pin.
Okay.
And the focus on it.
Okay.
Because that was, like, to me, the first Ouija movie level of horrible foreshadowing.
Okay.
And yeah, I was just like, really? Really? Really?
Here's what I'm laughing about. You're nitpicking this movie, which is totally fair.
I know,
obviously. But you couldn't find one fucking thing wrong with Revenge. Okay, all right.
Moving on.
All right, moving on. My mediocre moment is kind of dual. The main mediocre moment is when Lucas got his throat slashed. He died just like that.
Yeah.
Like just immediately he was dead. That's not how that works.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really fucking mediocre. But overall, mediocre moment is the death scenes. Mm-hmm. Penelope got shot and just went, and died. I believe that Brad also died. Everyone just died unnaturally.
Yeah, and very quick.
It was probably the most mediocre part of the movie, and even if you don't have the budget, your actor can still, like, if you get your throat slit, you need to, like, you can fall to the ground, but at least flail.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, choke.
Gurgle.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought Penelope's death scene just felt like bad acting.
Mm-hmm.
But also could have been bad direction, so I don't always fault the actors for that. I don't remember how Carter/Sam died.
Stabbed.
I think he died also kind of quickly as well, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it was quick. Because he just kind of killed over and...
Yeah, and it was... That's right, because he was stabbed by the demon person.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think the only person that suffered a violent death was the poor woman that was a random victim at the very beginning that had her ass lit on fire.
Yeah. I think, like, Ronnie had a pretty violent death. And the douche doctor guy had a pretty violent death. Everyone else was like shades of Even Brad's, who I thought was very emotional and powerful, just the death scene itself. Mm-hmm. So that's my mediocre moment because I thought the death scenes were very, 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 very lacking.
Which it fit the very, very PG-13.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You can still gurgle in PG-13, I think. Maybe you can't. I don't know. There's some really fucking weird rules for PG-13 now. So I'm not going to say the movie was bad because of that. Maybe they had their hands tied.
I couldn't tell a difference between... I have no idea what was different.
I assume they added more of the really bad CGI death stuff.
Possibly.
Okay. What is your LOL moment?
Well, remember, I already went over that.
Yeah, we have to go over it again because this is now LOL moment time.
Oh, well, just at the hilarity that no one gave a shit about Penelope dying.
Right.
Especially after they went through so much effort to keep her ass alive.
That's kind of the way it was for everyone, though. Like, Ronnie's dead. Well, Ronnie was a douche, so no one cared about Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oh, douche doctor's dead. Okay, let's move on. Oh, cute Asian guy's dead. Okay, let's move on. Oh, well, Lucas just got his throat slit. Okay, we need to move on. All right, my LOL moment is a line from the movie. This is after Olivia and Marky have had their huge falling out. She tried to get everybody together to try and explain what was going on. Olivia did. And so Marky comes in. She arrives. And Olivia says, "Thank you for coming." And Marky says, "I live here." I busted out laughing. That was the fucking delivery was great. Me saying it sounds stupid, like usual, but it was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
She's like, "Thank you for coming. I live here." It was great. So that's my LOL moment. All right. Anything else you'd like to add? You want to go to my notes?
Notes is fine.
All right. Philip's notes. Okay. So I wrote in the beginning, and I didn't realize that the cast actually went to Mexico for vacation for like a day. It was just them by themselves on vacation in Mexico, and they were told to shoot footage while they were there.
Oh, okay.
And that was the footage in the beginning, which I thought was really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought, so far this group of friends is really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote, was someone's college experience really like this? Because mine sure as fuck wasn't.
Yeah. It's kind of that entire... It even goes back to when they convinced Olivia to go. And, she's doing that entire bit for Habitat for Humanity. And they're like, "Oh, we sent message that you have shingles." So
it's like, damn.
And I'm like, you don't recover from shingles in a week.
I wouldn't know, but I was like, damn. Yikes.
It's like, I'm adulting here. But continue.
I said it was really cool, the truth or dare plot twist in the beginning with Carter when he admitted what he was, because he had to tell the truth. But we didn't know that really at the time. Mm-hmm. So when they were like, truth, and he just said why he was there and what he was doing, I was like, cool, nice. We're not pretending that nothing's going on. A lot of this is just me reacting to stuff. I was like, oh my god, the breaking the hand scene.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. And the way that Olivia got Marky to do it. Like, you're a coward just like your dad. I was like, oh. And then, bam. Awesome. I like that. Then let's find out what happens when somebody lies on their truth with Tyson about lying about the forged prescriptions.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was weird that the douche bros died first. Ronnie and then Tyson.
Yeah.
So, while neither were, hard to look at, I still was glad that they were gone.
Mm-hmm. Because they played douche well.
Really well. Especially Ronnie. Oh my god. And then I thought, Penelope, just drink the whole fucking bottle.
Yeah.
Just take a step, drink like half the bottle. Take another step, drink half the bottle. You're done.
Especially if you're half as much of an alcoholic as the movie wants you to believe.
Yeah.
You should be able to down that.
Yeah. And then where were the neighbors to be all, what the fuck are you doing at 1 a.m. with your car ramming it into the gate over and over?
Yeah.
I know it's real life stuff. We're not supposed to, but yeah. And speaking of stuff that we're just kind of supposed to forgive, did Giselle just happen to live in the same town as them?
Mm-hmm.
And then the same thing with Carter, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they never really, the only trip they made was to Mexico. Well, after vacation, they made the trip back to Mexico to find the old convent lady. So they just happened to play Truth or Dare in a church, and then it just happened to be like this magic game they just so happened to play that the church didn't like, so it made it a curse. Before it was explained, I was kind of like, eh. Mm-hmm. But then it was explained, and I thought, okay.
And it was explained very well.
I mean, it was a little cliche, but it was better than the alternative.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they were trying to figure out what's going on, I thought, okay, listen, Brad, I think your dad can wait. Go to the mission with them. Like, go find out what the fuck's... Everyone needs to get in the car and go to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your dad can wait. You don't need to go... Like, I got douche doctor because he didn't believe them. But that's just me nitpicking. And I wanted to see more of him. I know.
I mean, he already came out to his dad, so he could already just been like, bye.
Yeah. You have Beyonce as your ringtone. Everyone likes Beyonce. No, they don't. No, they don't, actually. There are gay dudes that do not like Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. And then I thought... you could use, like, the Truth or Dare game as a pickup line for sex. Like, if it was a dare, you have to be like, well, you have to sleep with me now. Or I'm going to die.
And what a way to ruin the sex, too.
Well, no, you say it beforehand. You'd be like...
I'm talking about that scene where they were having
oh
the
my
sex.
God, like, he confessed
Who do you really love? Oh, shit.
while he was inside of her. Oh my god! I was like, that's just Can you imagine like you having sex with a dude and then like, who do you really love? And he says he loves someone else, and he's inside of you. Like, it's so fucking weird and awkward.
Imagine how Calix felt.
Yeah, like he's like the Loki of demons now.
Yeah.
At first, I thought that Olivia slept with Marky's father.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that maybe that they had sex and then he killed himself out of guilt or something, which is kind of close. Little nitpick, maybe they used Google Maps, but how the fuck did they find her house in Mexico?
Yeah.
That did not look like it had an address. It looked like basically like an old shack. So that's me nitpicking. I'm sure Google Maps worked for a random ass address. They had her name. Like I don't know. Okay.
Well, and for my little bit of nitpicking, they only found 5 Carters at USC.
Right. Right. And then the whole scene with the grandmother, the lady from the nun or whatever from the convent, I liked. Because at first I thought she was dared not to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she couldn't. I thought maybe if she talked, she would die, which wasn't the case. But I also liked that, much like the explanation of the truth or dare in the church, I liked that this had another explanation that wasn't insulting and made sense.
Yeah.
That she was the one who unleashed it. She had to cut out her tongue to make the offering. And I like the whole like little jar, and you have to put your tongue in there, and I like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Once they explained that the game of truth or dare was corrupted, then I thought, okay, this makes sense. I can buy into this now.
And I actually kind of like that, the idea that the demon could possess ideas.
Yeah. I watched it with a friend. He actually said the same thing. He said he thought it was interesting that this was a horror movie based on concepts.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just one Freddy or Jason or whatever. It was just a concept, and the concept was the killer. So yeah, to that point, yes, I agree. That's kind of why I liked it.
Yeah,
kind of cool. I kind of dug the 2 truths and a dare thing, but I didn't go back and watch it again. Is that how it played out in the very beginning? Did they do two truths and a dare?
I don't believe so.
I didn't think so. They may have. If they did,
unless it may have just been completely coincidental that they did.
Right, because Carter could have led the game to be that, I guess, but he didn't. It may have went that way coincidentally, but I don't recall if it did. If it didn't, then it makes no sense, because it would have to go that way. Unless they did like truth dare, then it doesn't matter. So I'll have to go back and watch it in the future and see if it actually played out like that. If there was ever 2 truths in a row and then it went to a dare, because there was a couple dares in there, so maybe it didn't. So never mind. Another moment was when Olivia told Marky about her dad, and she said, "I told him that you were better off if he were dead." I was like, damn. Who says that to people?
And I was kind of surprised with the following scene when Marky was like, kind of hinted at he had molested her.
Oh, I didn't get that at all.
Well, maybe not unless he's hit on other friends of hers, because she had said he's done it before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. Gross.
Yeah.
And then kind of like the lines where they were kind of incorporating the game where Olivia says, "Try me. I dare you." I was like, eh. That probably sounded better in the writer's head. It didn't come off as good at all. And then I was thinking to myself, pick truth to buy some time. Like, stop picking fucking dare. But then they explained why they couldn't. And then I wrote, nice twist at the end. Olivia pretty much brought the apocalypse.
All for the sake of best friends.
Yeah, but I didn't pick up on what you did, though, about how it went back to the beginning with her morality. It was the exact opposite. A little side note, Hayden and Nolan are 32 and 31 respectively.
Which one are they?
Hayden is the cute Asian guy.
Oh, okay.
And Nolan is the douche doctor.
Okay.
The celebrity face of Versace. The male celebrity face of Versace. Lady Gaga is the female. So he's apparently up there. And this is the second theatrically released teenage slasher horror to have a homosexual kiss. We're not counting the lesbian kiss in the beginning. Or the pseudo-lesbian kiss in the beginning with the 2 friends on the dare. We're talking the 2 dudes. And I get apparently the first one was 2005's Tamara.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
So little bit of trivia there. And those are all for my notes. Finally, I had quite a bit of notes. Is there anything else you would like to add, or go to final thoughts?
Final thoughts is good.
Let's go to final thoughts. All right, again, much like with initial reactions, I will let you take this one away.
I had low expectations.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But it still ended up surpassing those expectations, and at the end of the day, I found it to be enjoyable. Just my entire thing is I would like to have seen a hard R version of this.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. Totally agree. My final thoughts. This is, as I said before, this is a good fluff movie, good popcorn movie. It's not the worst horror movie you're going to see, probably this year, let alone ever. So, and it's marketed towards like the younger audience, but the plot is, I loosely say, original enough to warrant anyone seeing it. I think it did pretty good at the box office, and it was all over the place in social media and shit. So, yeah, check it out. Don't go into it expecting something mind-blowing, but if you just want to go into a mindless popcorn movie that's going to have some entertaining stuff in it and a little bit nitpicky, then check it out.
Yeah.
All right, what did we learn from Truth or Dare? Oh, sorry. What did we learn from Blumhouse's Truth or Dare?
I learned it's just another good reason not to go on spring break to Mexico.
There you go. I learned that fucking Hollywood still can't get fucking two dudes kissing right. That's not how it happened. Like, okay, I'm going to rant here for a second. Okay, so Brad is sitting, looking all sexy on the little patio veranda, whatever they're at the fucking party in Mexico. Everyone else is like making out or hooking up or whatever. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go do that now. And then goes and immediately kisses this dude that's just standing there. That's not how it works if you're gay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Let me fill all of my heterosexual friends and listeners on how it is if you're gay. Okay, if you see beautiful, gorgeous Asian guy sitting on the couch, Brad sitting on the couch, you're going to look at him. He's going to look back at you. And then immediately you're like, okay, does he like me or did you just look at me? He's either going to smile at you. Okay, is he just smiling because he's nice, or is he smiling because he's interested? Then you smile back. Then that's usually where it ends.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're on spring break. Then he's either going to turn his back to you and talk to his friends. He's either going to get up and walk away, or he's going to come kick your ass.
On that topic, I was writing a little bit of notes too.
Uh-huh.
And I wrote, Blumhouse movieverse, very gay friendly.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, hyper reality, as you said, that would never happen.
That's just not how it happens. Like, it's either, even if he is gay, that's just not how it happens. Like, there's always this, maybe it happens that way for some people. If it does, then you are the anomaly. Because for most gay people, we're unsure, we're awkward. Unless you're in like a gay bar, if you're in a gay setting, then you know that everyone there is probably gay.
Yeah, and it's not like the guy was sitting there wearing like a rainbow shirt and singing ABBA.
Yeah, or Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce.
He just, Brad immediately got up and went over and kissed him. Like, no, that's not how that works. You walk up, even if there's somebody interested, you walk up and be like, you shake hands. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'm Brad. Hey, I'm not very cute guy in Mexico. And I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but from my personal experience, that's not how gay interactions work. Even on spring break, there's a lot of gray area that you have to wade through, because it's not like being a heterosexual couple. You just are, and not a couple, but like being heterosexual, it's not as easy, I guess, without offending anyone. It's a lot harder if you're gay. It bugged me. I was glad it was there, and it was sexy as hell to see Brad kiss a dude. But it was very much like Scott Pilgrim. That kiss in that movie was fucking horrible. It was pretty much like they like purse their lips and to like smack their faces into each other. It's like, Dear straight actors that are playing a gay role, you were going to kiss the man like you would kiss a woman. I've made out with women. I made out with women like I'd make out with a guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how we kiss people. We kiss people like everyone else does. It's not like, you know, like we don't like suck our lips in and like butt chins or whatever the fuck they're doing. It wasn't as bad as Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim's kiss annoyed the shit out of me. It was sexy as fuck still, but it still annoyed me. But okay, that's my rant on the homosexual kiss in the movie. I'm glad it was there, but it's still not this whole scene was inaccurate. So, meh. All right, spoilers are over. We're done with spoiling the movie. Come back from spoilers now. And with that, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for listening. Tell us what you thought of Truth or Dare, Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, in the comments below. What was your favorite, death scene or your favorite dare? If you liked the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends or cool people who might dig the podcast. And please subscribe to the channel, including hitting that notification bell to stay up to date on the newest content. Speaking of, our next episode will be on the movie Ready Player One, which I'm actually pretty excited for.
Same.
The video game nerd in me is excited for this, and we'll have eye candy, so I'm ready. My body and my brain are ready. So until then, once again, my name is Philip.
And I'm TJ.
And we will return next time to talk about Ready Player One. Goodbye.
Bye.